Hey, this is Matthew. Welcome back to Nerd News Today. Today we are wrapping up our look at the launch wave of Pandamony's alternation action figures. This is the end of Phase 1. We've looked at the other 5 figures in previous videos, and today we are finishing things off with the only bad guy to join this line for this particular wave, and that is Sabotage. Sabotage is again one of the larger characters. His box is very, very big, and that box is again also very unique compared to other characters. You know, as we've said throughout these entire series, every single box has been different. They've been unique to whoever that character is. And Sabotage is no different, but his goes a step further, whereas most of the good guy characters have been in this sort of yellow color that you see right here. Sabotage is in a green toxic color. And man, this is why I haven't used my green screen in any of these videos, because it would have been impossible to deal with all this green. But yeah, Sabotage actually has his own unique color, and that's how you differentiate him from the other bad guys and the good guys of GK Delta. So I've got a really great window display to see the inside of this character, and it's got such a cool design, but we'll talk about that once he's out of the box. On the one side here, we have awesome looking illustration of Sabotage, as well as a little bit about some of his action features, what he comes with. And on the other side here, we have, again, just reminding us that it's Phase 1, and to visit alternation.toys to check out the free graphic novel and webisodes. And on this side here, we've got to look at who else has been in Phase 1, which we've now looked at everybody, and who's going to be in Phase 2, which is the other 2 villains, Alpha and Bomber. The back of the box has a nice nostalgic throwback. We've got ourselves a little puzzle, and something to do with the back of the box if you're a kid or an adult who just wants to have some fun. We also have a very good bio here about Sabotage, telling us who he is, what he's all about, and what he's doing. On this side, we learn about some of the action features and accessories that he comes with, including his loadout down here. And as opposed to our human-animal hybrids that we looked at in the rest of this line, this time around we've got his known affiliations, which is basically a little bit about who the villains are, which is Applied Dynamics Corporation and Remember Our Victories. And instead of having any animals down here in this illustration like we've normally seen in the past, we get a toxic waste symbol and some gears. So yeah, this is clearly not a good guy. And I mean, if you couldn't tell that just from looking at him right away, well, yeah, I don't know what to tell you guys, but let's go ahead and take a look at Sabotage out of the box now and see what he's all about. And as I've noted with every other figure we've reviewed in this line so far, all of the packaging is collector friendly, so he comes right out of the box, which is easy to seal back up. And in addition to that, he's got this here, this clamshell that can easily be resealed after you've opened him up. So it makes it really easy for hybrid collectors who sometimes like to have their guys loose, sometimes like to have them packaged. Makes it really easy to do either one. So here's our Sabotage now out of the box, and he is a pretty big figure as well. I'm gonna bring in actually Quilroy to just give you guys a size comparison of the two of them. So they're about similar size. Actually, Quilroy is slightly bigger because of his porcupine stuff coming out of his head, but they're both very big figures and both very thick boys, if you will. So you might notice that Sabotage has got an arm up, and that is because that's part of his action feature. I don't know if it actually if it locks into place or not. Now, the best way to find that out is to check out his instruction manual, because that's one of the things he also comes with here. Because he's got a lot of different things that he does here. So I think his arm is permanently in this position. I don't think there's much we can do about that. Man, there's a lot to do with this figure here, so this is going to be a little bit out of order, but yeah, he does come with that instruction manual as well as a 16-page comic book. This is issue 4 of 8, and I've been really enjoying these nice comic books here. Good artwork. Look like a lot of fun to read. Haven't had a chance to read them as I'm doing these reviews, but oh wow, this one's got even nicer artwork. Yeah, I'm really digging the artwork here. Really nice stuff here. So Sabotage includes 18 points of articulation. Let's see how that all adds up though, because I'm not really sure where that articulation is going to be. I mean, looks like we do have a ball joint in the shoulder on this arm. Our bicep does bend. Wrist has some good range of motion. The waist doesn't turn. Legs are actually, wow, the legs are super duper flexible. The knee joints bend and the feet move as well. So I don't think that's a full 18. I mean, let's see, this wrist moves too, it looks like a little bit. This robot hand moves. And it looks like this arm also does bend. But, you know, that one's a little tougher because he's got the action feature on him. So I guess let's go right into what that action feature is, and that's his spring-loaded cyber punch. So you already kind of saw it as I was doing earlier. You pull back on his arm, and it swings up. And I guess let's see. And if you bend that, and if you can bend that elbow, you'll be able to get a nice little uppercut punch. Or you can do what I just did there and accidentally press his light up feature. So that's his cybernetic overdrive lights and sounds. What did I press to do that? See, I think, so if you press down on this section here right by his upper back, that'll turn on all the lights and sounds. That was a pretty intense, pretty loud bunch of sounds, actually. Very impressive. All right, so I've got the arm now actually locked in place for an uppercut. Let's try that again, hopefully without setting off the sounds. And yeah, it's actually a very strong looking action feature. Look at that. That is a good, solid action feature. The swing is actually so much that you saw I had his arm curled at first, and then it uncurled itself. So that's a powerful punch. Now, as for the paint job, I really, really like the look of this guy. The toy actually reminds me a lot of the Radioactive Rangers. I don't remember what their names are. It might have been their names. From the Toxic Crusaders line from Playmates in the mid-90s, and that was one of my favorite toys. Still is one of my favorite toy designs. It reminds me a lot of that. And likewise, the colors too. They kind of have that neon-y look of the 90s, the bright neon purple and the blue, which are accentuated by the yellow. There's some very, very good colors here. It really does pop out, and it has that really cool design again, which reminds me a lot of like Overwatch characters or just more modern toys. But again, as a throwback to an older toy line. Now, it's hard to ignore this giant thing on the top of his head here. Well, to be fair, a lot of these toys that were sent to us were actually used in displays from Pandamony. So this toy might have traveled around, might have been some places, might have seen some things. So I'm gonna go out on a limb here and just say that he probably fell down while he was on display somewhere, and I'm hoping that yours won't come with a scratch on its head like that. But if you look at the rest of the toys, there's really not much else worth noting that's like that bad. I mean, there's a little bit of a yellow splotch here. We've seen with yellow paint in toys and statues, that tends to be a problem no matter what because it's such a bright color, but again, I don't really worry too much about this because I'm not gonna be looking at it from behind that much. I love that feature, wow. Oh, and his wrist turns too. I didn't even notice that before. This wrist turns as well as goes up and down. That's nice. So in addition to that, he also comes with a bunch of little mini stickers, which I'm probably not going to put on right now on camera, but you can see what he comes with here. I'm always a fan of stickers, and it reminds me a lot of the Kenner Alien toys. There's a lot of those figures that had stickers that you would add to them. But that's not all our Sabotage comes with, because in addition to his punching arm, in addition to his stickers, he's got two enormous guns. He comes with this enormous laser rifle right here, which, yeah, that's totally Zarya's weapon from Overwatch. That's like 110% Zarya's laser beam. I have no problems with that. That looks great. Let's see which hand that can go in. I mean, I don't even know how you hold such a weapon like this. Yeah, I'm gonna have to figure that out later. And he also comes with a Gatling gun. This is enormous. Look at the size. These are great looking weapons here. Again, I have no idea how he's going to hold any of these. I'm going to maybe try to put it in this hand. I don't even know. Oh yeah, now it comes with a knife. Yeah, Sabotage comes with a little tiny combat knife. So, you know, I was mocking it at first, but then I realized you can actually just probably put it in this hand. And now you've got stabbing action, even though that knife's going to probably go flying out. So it might not be the best idea to do that in. It actually looks like it fits a lot tighter. Yeah, fits a lot tighter here in this hand. And you know what? It actually does look pretty cool. But I'm all about the big guns. Let's see if we can get those in his hands. Because I know it's doable. You know, I saw this at Toy Fair. I know there is a way to make him actually hold these weapons. I just have no idea how we're going to do that. And basically, here's what it looks like in his hand. I'm not really too sure how that's supposed to go. Maybe I'll be able to figure it out off camera. But these are enormous guns. They're very, very cool looking weapons. Sabotage is the perfect villain for this Phase 1. I didn't mention it yet also, but you know, I like the robot details on his arms, on the back of him. I really like that whole lever action. I like the grenades. I like the radioactive, kind of like deformed paint job that he has here in this arm to show that he's been in some radioactive waste. I'm really enjoying this particular figure a lot, and there's a lot to talk about with him. I think that's why I'm just kind of a little scattered this time around, because the way this toy is, it's very playable. It's really just a lot of fun to hold and do things with. So this review kind of went from a review to me just playing with it and describing what's going on. And I think that's a very big positive to this toy. Sabotage has got great big accessories, awesome paint job. Yeah, really, really good toy. Even if you're not a fan of alternation toys, I think he just looks good. He'll stand out amongst your Marvel Legends or really anybody that's in a similar scale to him. It's a good looking toy, and I really can't wait to see the other villains from Phase 2. And now here's all the alternation figures all together, all lined up, just so you can see everybody together in a big group shot, and also to kind of see the different scales of everyone. And yeah, you can see Dart is still enormous. But yeah, this has been our look at Pandamony's alternation toys. It is definitely one worth checking out. Now, you're not gonna be able to find this too easily in most stores. You're gonna have to go to like your specialty stores or just order it directly from Pandamony at their website, alternation.toys. But I do think they're totally worth seeking out. They have great character designs, awesome accessories, amazing action features. Top to bottom, there's really nothing bad I can say about any of them. They're excellent toys for any action figure collector out there. Great for kids, great for adults. They hit all the high marks. So I highly recommend these alternation toys by Pandamony. And honestly, I really got no complaints here to say about any of these guys at all. So that's a pretty high mark right there. I look forward to them making Wave 2, and hopefully their success continues. They can make more waves after that, introduce more characters, and really expand the line. So I wish the best of luck to Ryan and all of his team at Pandamony. Hope things keep going up for them. And yeah, I want to recommend you guys do check out alternation.toys to learn more about this company and what they're making. So thank you guys for watching this 6-part review series of Phase 1 of Alternation. If you're new to the channel, please make sure you're subscribed to us to watch everything else we do here, toy-related and otherwise. And don't forget to give this video a thumbs up. So I'm Matthew, thanks for watching once again. We'll see you guys here next time with more action figure reviews and everything else we do here on Nerd News Today.